Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about two things, kind of related. The first one is called customer service. And it is quite possibly the most important thing that someone who's trying to sell things to other people needs to master. Even more than the quality of the product itself. That's still important. But responding to what your customers want is more important. So, you may remember Jawbreakers had a debacle. And by that I mean the mailer that the original batch came in kinda ate corners up, man. Look at that. It doesn't look that bad, I guess, but Richard C. Meyer was like, hey, if you look at it and it makes you sad, I'm happy to send you a new one. And I had so much hype for this book. The longer I looked at these corners, this one's a little fuzzed out, this one's kind of beat up, that one's a little nicked, and that one has really just been sanded down. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if the light's letting you like see it or not, but it's the weirdest dang thing. It's like, if it makes you sad, I'll send you a new one. So I was like, hey, Mr. Meyer, your boy Zach. You said if it made me sad, and I sent him some pictures and my address, and then he asked me for my address, and I sent him my address again. And here we are, like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, something like that. Brand new, perfect copy. It is immaculate. Like, you can tell that a person picked this up at some point. And that is all the damage. It came in a Gemini mailer. It came sandwiched between two pieces of cardboard inside of a bag, inside the Gemini mailer. You don't get much better than that. That's responding to customers. You know, thing number one is don't screw up. Thing number two is if you do screw up, you fix it. He fixed it. It was fast, it was seamless, it was easy. I'm super happy with the experience. Like, would buy from Splatto again. Like, don't even have to think about, oh, is this gonna ship well? Like when Antarctic Press kind of had crazy shipping and books kind of arrived for a lot of people mangled. Like, I don't have to worry about that. I know, even if I do get something that's kind of messed up, he'll make it right. That's trust. That's good practice. Just like Blake Northcott, he's now got somebody who is potentially a customer for life. Since I mentioned Blake Northcott, we're gonna get Blake Northcott out here. North Valley Grimoire. Much to my shame, I have yet to read this book. I've had it for, 3 months now? I don't even know how long. This is the one I got at first, my original copy. It's kind of smushed down because I've had a book sitting on it. A big heavy book sitting on it for a while, but you can see the bottom is totally crinked up. It's crinked up enough it started tearing at the spine, pulling the cover loose. Not cool. The box it shipped in, let me grab it. I love rolly chairs, by the way. They are one of mankind's greatest inventions. The box it came in is this thing. Doesn't look that different from a Gemini mailer, but it totally is. Here's problem number one. The book was just thrown in the box. So it slid all around. And the process of that tore up my book. So I posted on Twitter, Blake Northcott, immediately like, oh my God. Like, I don't know if she was like at a movie or something and she saw that, but it was like, boom, instantaneously, hey, let me fix that for you. And she did. She absolutely did. I still have the replacement that she sent me in the packaging. She sent it to me in. Look at this. Total transformation. That's how, in fact, I love this little label right here. This is just, oh, this is so good. But this is total transformation. There was a mistake. Fixed it. And now, not only do I know that, hey, I like Blake Northcott's writing with Executive Assistant Iris, the Aspen Vision stuff that's happening now, that Vampirella special, she did that, like, second story in, like, but she's got great customer service. Now, I'm going to kind of contradict some of the things I just said, about books being in immaculate condition and stuff. Here's my copy of The 12 graphic novel from Kickstarter, Alternative Comics, Patrick Trahey. It arrived. It looked worse when it arrived. I've had a heavy book sitting on it for a while, kind of smooth this down. But it's beat to hell. It is absolutely right here. It's just beat to pieces, man. And I posted on Twitter. Patrick Trahey was like, "Hey, let me send you another one. This is my fault." And the packaging it came in, I think it was just in an envelope, like, a big manila envelope. Is not exactly the best packaging. And decided, no, I'm good. Like, this is my reader copy of this. I'm going to read this probably several more times. It's going to get beat up in that time. The one I consider like the real copies are the single issues that I have in the short box over there behind me somewhere in the closet. So I'm not going to read those again. I'm going to read this one again. And, maybe I should not consider it that way because I got the man's signature on the inside, but that's how I view this. So he offered to replace it for me. I said, no, that's okay, man. We're cool. And because of that offer, I know Patrick Trahey is a man who will make things right. These are 3 great examples of customer service. Everybody got back to me like within a day. Blake Northcott was like that. She was probably just like on Twitter, bored at dinner or something. Patrick Trahey, I think he got back to me like later that day. Your boy Zach, he got back to me a couple hours later. Or not a couple hours, like a day later. So I sent the email at night, and then I think I had a response like at lunchtime the next day. Like, boom! Fast. Amazingly fast. Another example, and I'm not going to go get the book out. You can watch my last New Comic Book Day video, I think it was in. In fact, you should check out my reviews of all these things while you're here on my channel, But Alterna, let's get an Alterna book back out here so you can look at it. Do I have any floppy issues in my desk that I need to read? Oh my gosh. I'm just making a complete mess of this video, aren't I? I can't find my Alterna comics. I know there have to be some. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. In case you missed it, number 2, which has the first issue of Adam Rex, is the story in it. When I got it in the mail from Peter Cimetti, I opened it up, the pages wouldn't separate. They were uncut at the top. So I didn't even want a replacement issue. I was just like, hey man, I'm just letting you know. You can check Twitter. I've got like a 45-second long little thing of this. I just wanted to let him know, because if I'm seeing it, that means somebody else out there is probably seeing it. And he needs to talk to his printer and make sure it doesn't happen. And, he responded, hey, apparently he knows who I am, based on my Twitter handle, not just my real name. But he was like, hey, I'll get you a replacement in your next shipment. So that's pretty cool. I don't really care if he sends me one. When I go to the comic book store Wednesday, I'm going to be buying another copy anyway for my pull list, so it doesn't matter that much to me. But that is a great example of customer service. It's super cool of the man to go out of his way like that. So that's 4 examples of people making it right. What do you do so that you don't have to make it right after you fix it? Or, you don't have to fix it. You don't have to make the thing right because there's not a problem. You ship it in immaculate condition. This is my graveyard shift. It came in Saturday. I hadn't taken it out of the bag until today. I flipped through it a little bit. You can kind of see because the cover wants to lift off from where I was going. It's in about the best shape you can imagine a comic book, a graphic novel to be in. The corners are even fine. Like you can tell a person had this in their hand at some point, and that's about it. There's a little teeny tiny spine tick. Let's see, there it is on the mini comic, the ash can. That's okay, I don't really care. I'm not one of those people that's super obsessive. That kind of thing just happens from handling books. You know, a person had this in their hand and that happened. It came in and basically fantastic shape. It looks great. I flipped through it. The art's nice. I knew I'd like it, at least just visually because of John Malin's art. I loved his run on Cable. It got me super hyped. His art in Jawbreakers, except for that one panel, basically, like that one panel everybody makes fun of, was pretty darn good. Really, if you want my full opinion on that, you should go look at my video, but I really liked that book. And here we are, Graveyard Shift. It looks great. Mail-in Militia, right? Right? Do people still do Mail-in Militia? Like, I haven't been paying that much attention to things for a couple of months. But Mail-in Militia, John Malin. In fact, let's see. Here's a John Malin book. Okay? Here's a John Malin book. He did a great job. So this is also a good example of customer service by preventing problems. But John Malin book. And let's see. Here's a book with art by John Malin, not fulfilled by him. And here's a second copy of it. Where is my Lonestar? Like, that's what I was thinking. When I got this in the mail today, I'm like, holy moly. I got a second copy of Jawbreakers and I got my Graveyard Shift. Where's Lonestar? I'm pretty sure I bought both covers. I should have 2 copies of Lonestar. John Malin beat him. John Malin beat Mike Miller. So take that for what you will. Where's my Lonestar? So great customer service. It's how you build customers who will come back and be customers again, as opposed to fans who like your work and they hit that like button on Twitter and that retweet button and then they don't buy your stuff. You don't want just fans. You want fans that turn into customers. You get customers by making a good product. At least I think this is going to be a good product. I haven't read it yet. I might do a comic book review of this tonight, or maybe something I've already read because I haven't read this. But you make a good product, or at least an adequate product, and then you wrap it up in great customer service. And that person's going to keep coming back. They're going to be like, hello, I would like to exchange money for goods. And you go, oh yes, well I happen to have these goods. Please take one and in return, hand me money. It's an equitable exchange. There's goodwill because I know these people. If there's a problem, any one of these, Peter Simeti, Patrick Trahey, Richard Meyer, maybe I don't know for John Malin, but I'm pretty sure John Malin will make things right. Blake Northcott, they've all either done it right the first time or they've made it right. And I buy a lot of stuff and I get shipped a lot of stuff, or at least I used to. The shipping has kind of slowed down because I realized just how much money I was spending because my bank account started crying at me at night and I couldn't take that. So I've gotten things shipped in all sorts of weird stuff. Some stuff like it shouldn't have survived. I always liked playing Antarctic Press Roulette. Like, I got lucky pretty much every time. You know, maybe I get a spine tick or two. So shipping is hard, and getting shipping right the first time is no small feat. Fixing shipping, if there's a problem, no small feat. Hats off to these people, all of them. I think you can trust them with your orders. If you like their product. If you don't like their product, okay, that's fine. Nobody's making you buy it. At least I hope nobody is. If John Malin is standing behind you with a gun, telling you to buy his book, blink twice and let me know. And we'll come save you. Mainly, we'll make him go draw something again, you know. But outside of a crazy situation like that, nobody's making you buy this stuff. So you have to know you can trust people. And my experience has been super positive with all the people I've named in this video. And I am very pleased with how everything has gone. That's how you make a customer. That's how you make a loyal customer who's going to come back. Which leaves me with just one question, one final thought. Where's my Lonestar? Mike Miller, I know you're not going to watch this, but where's my Lonestar? How did John Malin beat you? Not just with Graveyard Shift, but how did Richard C. Meyer get me a second John Malin book, a replacement copy, in like 3 weeks? 2 weeks, whatever it was. Like, it has not been that long. And I have yet to see my Lonestar. Please, Mike Miller, send me my copies of Lonestar. I'm waiting on them. I would like to read them. Maybe do a review. Where's Lonestar? Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me for so long. I appreciate it. I know this was kind of rambly and stuff, but I wanted to highlight what I think is some great customer service and kind of recognize that John Malin, he didn't mess up. He just sent it right the first time. Similar vein, I was super worried my Wicked Righteous was going to be all beat to heck because it was just in an envelope, and then I opened it up and it's like actually bundled up in cardboard and stuff, and I'm like, Terry Mayo, you're such a joker. But good things, good work should be rewarded. And I'm going to shut up now and let you go. You all have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Join me on my Discord server. It's a link should be in the description down below. There's probably some things to click on here if I've remembered to put up end cards. I'm still getting used to doing that, so, we'll see how it goes. Bye-bye, everybody.